If you are truly being intentional in your life and you want to find love and you're just over the dating, okay, make sure to subscribe because this is all the things that I'm all about. I found my happily ever after my person. We've been married together for 16 years. So if that resonates with you, if you want no BS, straight advice on how you can find it too, make sure you subscribe. Make this a habit where you can always find out when I post a new episode every Monday and Thursday. Love is Blind UK season 1 is officially out, and you guys need to get on it. You need to see it. I absolutely love it. The first 4 episodes have been released. The next ones come out on the 14th of August. So I wanted you guys to hear a recap of what's going on. And if it really resonates with you at all, you're like, oh my gosh, jump in and watch the episodes. And I'm going to just dive right in. Sabrina, I'm going to start with my favorites because I can't stand it, the cuteness. Sabrina and Steven. What I absolutely love about this show, with Love is Blind, is that you're emotionally connecting. You're not physically, you're on the other side of the wall. So for, anyone who has seen it or not seen it, you need to know that the premise of this show is you're meeting people, but you don't ever get to see them until after you propose. So you basically, it's all about emotionally connecting. And I've gotten questions from you guys about like, what does that even look like? What does that mean even? And so Steven and Sabrina do such a beautiful job in showing their heart, like putting their heart on their sleeve, putting their guard down, asking real intentional questions to see if they're aligned. They both were totally connecting that they have their morning routines and they have this growth mindset and their gratitude journals and they meditate. All of those things are so important. Honestly, it's not trivial. Someone that is grateful, someone who has a positive mindset, if that is you do not want to be wasting energy and time with someone who's negative, who does not have a growth mindset or is grateful. Okay, so like I love that they are truly seeing very quickly that they are aligned. And then I love how they have to, they choose to talk about children and if they want kids. And that was a bit of, they weren't totally aligned on it. Steven wants kids right away. And so like, this is where you can see if you want kids and you're dating somebody, like when is it a good idea to mention you want kids? Do you want to scare them away? And I'm all about you being transparent, being authentic, and lean into exactly what you want. And I love how Steven was very clear, like, I want to be a dad. And she said, I don't need kids to be happy. I want to make sure that I have a solid partnership with my husband before jumping in and having kids. And she says, I'm 35. So I would like 3-4 years, just us. So we're not talking about having kids until 39. I may not even conceive, but I would be open to adoption or getting a surrogate. So this is like, we're like second date, a couple hours of them talking and they're talking about these serious things. I love that. This is what I want you guys to see. I want your brain to get evidence on what these kind of dates look like, because that really is an exact date that I had with Will on my first date. And I found and I felt it, how aligned we were on the first date. It wasn't like I put the blinders on and I don't ask any serious questions until like down the road, months into it. And then you find out, oh shit, you want kids and I don't, or you're not aligned, right? So you want to find out those things from the beginning. And Love is Blind UK, it's so good. I love how they're truly unpacking and talking about these, really serious issues and serious things that they want. And when she said that, I want you guys to watch the episode. I don't want to, whatever, spoiler alert, la la la. But the way that he received it, the way they communicate, it's so emotionally mature. I absolutely love how they both really saw each other and accepted one another authentically. They were themselves. They loved each other. Like, it's just so beautiful to see that unfold. And I feel like you will benefit immensely by seeing that. Because I know that you're listening, and hopefully please subscribe. I'm all about crazy love or nothing, and don't settle for bullshit love. And chances are you have been in relationships that do not light you up. And so it is so amazing how the energy, you could feel how their energy was just connecting and how they just lit up. They just shine brighter because of the other person. Okay. And so the other couple I want to talk about is Kat and Freddie. Catherine was kind of vibing with Ollie, but it really was sexual, like sexual energy. And Ollie had that maturity and he knew it. He felt it, and he even said it to Catherine. And he really was connecting more on emotional level with Demi. So he ends up, choosing Demi. And by the way, this is like the Titanic. You can know that the Titanic sank and the movie's still amazing. Like, it doesn't matter that I told you that Ollie chooses Demi, because you still need to see how it all plays out. And I truly don't even know if they have the chemistry. I just am not 100% sold on that chemistry. Chemistry is so important. Like when you see Steven and Sabrina, they're like absolutely so much chemistry. They cannot stop kissing, and it's just so cute. Versus Ollie and Demi, I feel like it's just friend vibes, right? And so I don't know if they're trying to force attraction or not. I just don't feel it yet. And honestly, chemistry should be off the top. Like, it really should be already there. So after they met. Okay, so Kat and Freddie, back to what I was saying. Kat was sexually vibing with Ollie, but what I love what Catherine said about Freddie was like, he feels like home. It feels like I'm home. And that's the love. That's crazy love. And it's feeling calm, feeling zen, feeling like you could be yourself. And it was just so sweet seeing them together and connecting. What is kind of like, they do seem a little young, or sometimes he does, but I think there's crazy chemistry. I think that they both have a good heart, and they have a good moral compass. I feel like they are really aligned in what they talk about. So this is the first 4 episodes. Like, I need to keep seeing this. I need to see how it plays out. But so far, I'm a fan of them. And then I want to talk to you about Nicole. Oh my gosh, and Sam. Okay, you guys, if you know anyone like Sam, you need to run. Like honestly, this is cautionary tale. Sam, as soon as I see him on the show, I'm like cringe. He's so desperate. He just comes off so desperate. And he's like, I just want someone to love me. I just want someone to give me a chance. I am like, why would you be like, sign me up? Like, in all seriousness, if someone tells you something like that, yay for them to be open with you and vulnerable, but bye, because that means there's massive issues going on with him, and he needs to heal that on his own. And the way that he was just like this cry for help, it just seems like he hasn't done the inner work. He hasn't. Like, he's a hot mess. That's what it feels like. And he was just desperate, trying to get anybody to pick him. And I don't even trust his intentions. Like, if he even wanted to get married, maybe he just wanted to be on the show, and he gets called out by Benaya. And I actually kind of like Benaya. Benaya was like this hippie-ish kind of guy. What I don't like about Benaya is that he's like 33, and he's like hasn't been in love since he was 20. And he's like, yeah, I just haven't found, it's been hard. And I'm just like, no, I just don't understand, first of all, why people aren't asking that question. Like, when's the last time you were in love? When's the last time you were in a relationship? Because that tells you a lot about somebody. And I feel like there's probably walls that he has up, that Benaya does. And so Nicole had a choice here. She was connecting with Benaya or Sam. And Sam would say all the right things, but it felt so bullshit. That's what it felt. And Nicole ends up, accepting the proposal from Sam. And you have to see it for yourself, you guys, because it's cringe. It's like Sam is just so full of shit. And he just like, just give me a chance. Just trust me. Just trust me. Just trust me. When someone has to tell you trust me so many times, I feel like don't trust that person, and then something that he said that comes off shallow, and Benaya heard him, was when Sam said, oh, I can't wait to see you and give you a hug. This is like through the wall. He doesn't know what Nicole looks like. And Nicole's like, oh, I don't know if you'll be able to carry me or lift me. And he's like, what? He's like, no, nothing. And so he goes back to his quarters, the men quarters, whatever. And he tells the guys, oh my God, what does that mean? Like, he's just thinking, she's overweight and I'm not going to like love her. It's like, it just felt so shallow. It felt like he wasn't sincere. And something else that he said, he's like, oh yeah, and I told her how much, I'm going to be there for her and do everything for her, la da 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 da. Like, it was like, he was just full of shit. And watch what happens. You need to see what happens, because thank God Nicole had some gut feeling that was not sitting well with her, with this guy. So I'm like so relieved for Nicole, but you have to see, I'm just like on the edge of my seat watching how it's going to play out for her. And then we have the last one's Jasmine and Bobby. And what's so interesting, you guys, is Jasmine. I love that she's emotionally mature. She comes off like that, and she notices that Sam is so full of shit. Like, I love how she's like doesn't trust Sam, and she's just like, this is all surface level, you're just saying things, and she's calling him out like, you're full of shit. And Sam tries to be like, poor me, nobody loves me. But good for Jasmine for calling him out. And Jasmine really connected with Bobby, because Bobby was so open and vulnerable and shared how, he lost his cousin. And, Bobby's so sweet. I think Bobby's sweet. Do I think Bobby and Jasmine are going to like last forever, happily ever after? I don't know. Like, something about them. I was kind of surprised when they kind of chose each other. I don't know. I just felt like I just feel there's such a clear difference in the energy and the connection between Sabrina and Steven. Like, that's the top couple for me. Like, I would actually be blown away if Sabrina and Steven didn't work out. Like, I would be kind of like over the show completely. I'd be like, okay, I'm throwing in the towel with Love Is Blind, because they seem so aligned and seem so perfect. And Kat and Freddie seem really great, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sold yet. So basically, everyone else could break up. Like Ollie and Demi, they could 100% break up because they don't have the chemistry. Jasmine and Bobby, I'm just like not 100% sure. I have to just see how it plays out with them. And of course, Sam and Nicole, that's not happening. Maybe Benaya and Nicole might happen in the next episodes. They showed a glimpse into that, and I want to see how that works out. Benaya not being chosen, and she went with Sam. Like, I don't know how he's going to take that. And because Benaya hasn't been in love for like 15, 12 years, whatever it was. And Kat and Freddie might work out. They're so sweet, right? They're adorable. But Sabrina and Steven are the champs for me. Like, honestly, you guys, I'm watching this whole show for Sabrina and Steven. Like, that's basically, I just want them to work out. And I want you guys to see all the examples, because you can see, oh shit, this is what an emotional connection looks like. This is what it looks like to put my guard down. This is a guy full of shit like Sam. Definitely run away from that. This is gold. Okay, so let me know on YouTube, in the comments. Let me know if you guys are watching. Are you guys gonna see it? Who reminds you of who? Like, maybe you're watching like, oh shit, I am like Jasmine, or I am like Demi, or whatever. Or maybe you're dating someone like Sam right now. Oh my gosh, this is like a red flag. Run, and tell me if you're not on YouTube, send me a message on DMs, the Jackie Loor. I'm always there. I'm always in the DMs. I love connecting with you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, it has to be crazy love or nothing. Until next time. Thank you.